Greetings. Thank you for joining me here on another episode of Custody Wars. Hey, I just come across this interesting story, and I want to talk about it with some of you guys because it's chilling and it's raw and it's uncut, and it's interesting too, guys, because when the shoe is on the other foot, boy oh boy, do they come out of the woodwork. Boy, it's laughable. It's terrible, but it's laughable. These, you've got a family court judge in Las Vegas who appears to have taken a very bold step against alienation, and now these women are coming out and they're challenging this family court judge in Las Vegas, and it's crazy. And we're gonna get to this. I'm gonna read this, and then we're gonna watch this video, and I hope to inspire some conversation here. But let's get into this. Forgive me, I'm working off my tablet. Las Vegas, KTNV puts this out. More mothers are coming forward to contact 13, saying a family court judge is a bully on the bench, accusing the court judge of ripping families apart, failing to enforce child support orders, and leaving children as collateral damage. Well, okay. You don't understand. I love her, and I'm gonna miss her so much. Please don't do this to me. Those are the words of a tear-stricken 12-year-old girl who'd been homeschooled in her mother's ballet studio for 3 years since her parents' divorce. We'll touch on that. That's a talking point. I want to come back to that. Pleading to stay with her mom, but being ripped from the home by the life that she'd known. You're to take her with you, Judge Rena Hughes tells the girl's father in a June hearing. Girl crying, "No, I don't want to." Judge Hughes says, "That's too bad. She's such a bully. She's horrible," said Wealthy, the girl's mother. "This woman is horrible. I don't understand her motivation." In court, Judge Hughes said the child's mother was alienating her from the father. But even he was not happy about the way the judge handled things, according to a comment he posted on social media. Judge Hughes' seeming disregard for the child is not an isolated case, according to mothers who have gone before her. "It breaks my heart," Marcella Berry said after watching the court video. "I don't think she's fit for that bench. She's hurt too many families." Marcella Berry raised children on her own after the divorce. Documents from a district attorney's child support division show her ex-husband owes more than $10,000 in child support. "He's getting off paying the child support. When my children and I had to be on the SNAP program, we had to go get food from the food pantries because she's not holding him accountable." Despite multiple rulings from previous judges, Rena Hughes let the children's father off the hook. "I understand that the hearing master tried to overrule me, but that's not going to happen. I'm granting his objection," Judge Hughes stated in a video from the court hearing. "That is money owed to my children, and I feel that their rights were violated," Marcella told Contact 13. Marcella Wealthy and other moms we've spoken to believe Judge Hughes is biased against women. Judge Hughes is a woman, by the way. Darcy Spears, "Do you just feel like there was disrespect?" Marcella, "Absolutely. Disrespect. Unfairness. Both women will continue fighting their cases, but for Wealthy, it'll be an all hidden from the public view." Judge Hughes selected this case soon after the court. Let's see here. All right, so this case went and was sealed. Now, no one from family court would comment on the judge's behavior. A spokeswoman sent a statement saying custody cases can be highly contentious and everyone has the right to appeal. Now, let's watch the video. All right, here we go. There's probably going to be a little commercial or something. I'll do what I can.
Maximum volume.
Was diagnosed with dilated cardiomyopathy. And then I had a stroke. The doctors told me, well, it's time for you to get a new heart. Mayo Clinic was my only answer.
Sorry about the commercial.
They took very good care of him. He had such good nurses. They were like family to us.
I guess it's their culture that's different than any other hospital that I've been to. No other hospital could help me the way Mayo Clinic could.
At 6 tonight, more mothers are coming forward to Contact 13 saying a family court judge is a bully on the bench, ripping families apart, failing to enforce child support orders, and leaving children as collateral.
Maximum volume.
Darcy Spears.
Can I please see my mom?
The video is hard to watch.
You don't understand. I love her. And I'm gonna miss her so much. Please don't do this to me.
A 12-year-old girl who'd been homeschooled in her mother's ballet studio for 3 years since her parents' divorce, pleading to stay with her mom, but being ripped from the home and the life she'd known.
You're to take with you.
I don't want to.
It's too bad.
She's such a bully. She's horrible. This woman is horrible. I don't understand her motivation.
In court, Judge Rena Hughes said the child's mother was alienating her from her father, but even he was not happy about the way the judge handled things when to comment post on social media. Judge Hughes seemed to disregard the child.
It breaks my heart.
Is not an isolated case, according to other mothers who've gone before her.
I don't think she's fit for that bench. She's hurt too many families.
Maricela Berry raised 2 children on her own after a divorce. Documents from the District Attorney Child Support Division show her ex-husband owes more than $10,000 in back child support.
He's getting off paying child support arrears when my children and I had to be on the SNAP program. We had to go get food from the food pantries because she's not holding him accountable.
Despite multiple rulings from previous judges, Rena Hughes let the children's father off the hook.
I understand the hearing master tried to overrule me, but that's not going to happen. I'm granting his objection.
Maricela, Wealthy, and other moms we've spoken to believe Judge Hughes is biased against women.
So did you just feel like there was disrespect and
yeah, there was
lack of honor?
absolutely disrespect, unfairness. I beg of you.
Both women will continue fighting their cases, but for Wealthy, it'll all be hidden from public view. Judge Hughes sealed the case soon after this video surfaced on YouTube.
If you don't want people to know that you're doing bad things, don't do bad things.
No one from family court would comment on the judge's behavior. A spokesperson sent a statement saying custody cases can be highly contentious and everyone has a right to appeal. Darcy Spears, 13 Action News.
Okay. So, I got a few things to say about this. Let me see if I can get this situated back up here. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. So, if you were with me from the beginning, because I don't want to recap every little aspect of this, but this mom doesn't understand that she engaged in alienation, that she engaged in deplorable practices as a mother and a parent in a situation. She's got the kid in homeschool, so there's no social opportunity for the dad. She's got this kid separated from the dad in every way, shape, or form. She's got her digs into the kid. I hate my dad. I don't want my dad. I don't like my dad. Don't make me see my dad. But this is okay. This is okay. And now, when the shoe is on the other foot, when the judge woke up and said, I'm going to put an end to this alienation, and I'm going to do it today. They're mad. We have a bully on the bench. Never mind the thousands and thousands of fathers that have said, please don't take my children from me. No. Nobody calls these judges out for being bullies. Nobody takes this step. There's no news stories that get done. Where's the outcry? One dad gets taken from his children. It's terrible. This lagging. Oh, yeah. Checking my back. Yes, Mr. Slavin, very biased indeed. Absolutely. Now, I called up that news station myself. I should be better now. I think I connected here. I think I did it. I gotta figure out how to do this. Get me out of the damn sun. Anyways, I called up that news station and left a message to talk to that producer. And, you know, some of the other Father's pages that I'm involved in, there's others that are aware of this story. I just think this is bad. I think that this is it's an opportunity to expose them. Yeah, thank you. It's definitely an opportunity to expose them. They're gonna make this judge out to be some kind of a, and maybe she is terrible. But from what I saw here, she's terrible for the right reasons. She put a stop to alienation. And the other thing I saw, I'm on the SNAP program. Wait a minute. He owes you $10,000? That's it? Like that's it? He only owes you 10 grand? Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. As I pointed out a little bit ago, just to play devil's advocate, because I know what you all have been through, how do we know that the mother alienated the daughter from the father? Based on what the information that was provided, and I'll go with this. I'll make the assertion. Child was in private school, mother's ballet studio, this kind of thing. Not even private school, homeschool. When you do that in a situation like this, granted, it may even be better for the children, but what you've done is subtracted that social opportunity for dad to engage in activities, or the other parent to engage in activities with the child in the school setting. So school plays are out, school sports are out, school events are out, school lunch is out, all those activities. Maybe have parents at school recess day. All those activities that exist or that existed are now out of the picture when you homeschool the children like she claimed that she had done for 3 years. So clearly, and then when you have the child in front of the judge in that moment, you take those factors into consideration, at least I would, as a reasonable person. I would take those factors into consideration and think, wow, Dad's actually got a pretty good argument here about being alienated. You know, I mean, it doesn't look like Mom, in this case, was really giving Dad a whole lot of chances to engage the child in regular, everyday life. And that's alienation. And the child is saying, I've been alienated from my dad, when she gets in front of the judge and she says, I'm going to miss my mom. I don't want to live with my dad. I don't like my dad. Why does that have to be the rhetoric? Why can't the rhetoric be, I'm just as happy living with dad as I am with mom? Okay? But no. The news only showed you what they wanted you to see. Correct. So what we've got here is a judge that has taken a stance on child alienation and actually did something about it. And now these women's rights groups, these liberal women's rights organizations are going to spearhead a war against this judge individually because this judge actually took a stand. If not this one case, then other cases. And so while I applaud the judge for taking that step, others are going to chastise her. And guess what? They're women. Now, as far as this woman being on the SNAP program, please. Is that all you got? Is that all you got in your toolbox of complaints? Your complaint box? Because let me tell you what, $10,000 ain't shit. And if that's how much child support you're owed, that means that neither of you are making a whole lot of money. And that's not the state's fault. That's not the government's fault. You know, that ain't his fault. That's probably a little bit on you too. $10,000. I'm mad because he owes me 10 grand and I had to be on the SNAP program. Let me tell you something, lady. $10,000 isn't going to get you off the SNAP program. Hey, how you doing? I know, right? But you see how the biased liberal media took that and were, the way that they spun it and the way that they said those words, over $10,000. Well, it was like $10,325. That's all you owe? My hat's off to you, bro. Shit, the state of Washington managed to tack on $10,000 in the last year. Just, you know, it was a magic number, I'm thinking. They got me on a paperwork glitch. But yeah, I mean, I'll pay it. We'll pay it. But $10,000, it's nothing. It's 1 year at work for the average guy. It's nothing. And that's all you got to bring to the table. So what you're really trying to say is that you don't like how this judge ruled on this case because she didn't rule with her vagina. She ruled with her brain, and she gave the child an opportunity to know his or her father, which is an equal opportunity and inside of a court of equity, and I'm happy about it. Mr. Slavin says that they gave him 30 days in jail for $600. Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, I debated doing this video, but on the strength of it, I thought that it would be appropriate, so... Well, this judge put her foot down, and this judge said, look, we've got a clear case of alienation, and this judge took it one step further and actually did something about it, and that's not something that you see all the time. But what happened as a response to that is these women got together. This woman said, oh, she's a bully on the bench because, how dare a father have custody of his child? Oh, my God, that's so terrible. And I'm the victim. Well, actually, you're how are you the victim? You're getting SNAP. You're getting state aid. You know, the dad's at no point denying that some child support isn't owed. That's not even what the story says. I would actually be curious to know what he really owes and not what the state says that she is deserved. It's two different stories here. Knowing something about our support system, I understand how they inflate the numbers and do different things to, you know, make you owe more than I think what you really do. The guy probably owes about $7,000 when it's in its reality, but they know how to tack on different things. Too bad for them, good for the judge. Absolutely. But like I said, they're going to attack this judge. They're going after this judge for being a bully on the bench. Because this judge did her job and actually looked at the case and looked at the guy's argument and realized that there's unequivocal evidence that shows child alienation. I would like to see an unbiased interview with the judge to hear her side. Correct. And I think that would probably... that the answers that judge would give are probably going to be reasons that things that I've already cited here. Unequivocal evidence of child alienation. The mother was engaging in probably some pretty terrible practices, and you know what? I think that removing the child from the mom under those circumstances, because even from a social perspective, everything in this environment fits what I believe to be child alienation. Again, and I've covered this, but you know, I'm going to say it one more time. We have got the mother admitting that she has the child in private, or not even private, in homeschool for 3 years at her own ballet studio or something to that effect. Boy, what social opportunities does that give dad to engage the daughter in? Well, it makes you wonder. Hey guys, I'm going to end this. Thank you for joining me. I'll try to do another maybe addendum to this video or something, but I'm lagging pretty bad. So thank you for joining me. You're all awesome.